Okay, so Spartanite67 issued everyone a challenge to make a video in the style of one of our fellow VEDSies, and the Beall man issued us a challenge to make a review of some mundane, everyday aspect of ordinary life, and I thought it might be kind of fun to combine those two into one. And I promise you, I wasn't originally planning on doing another video where I mimic Matt's particular style. I really wasn't, but then I got an idea, and no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get that idea out of my head. I had to see it through. So here you go. Hello there, friends, neighbors, and fellow VEDSies. Regular Matt here. I know I'm not actually wearing the flannel all that much anymore, but I just really didn't think it was that big a deal. I mean, it would definitely be a problem if all the personas looked exactly alike, and thus the only method you could possibly have for telling us apart is if we all had some consistent manner of dressing, but thankfully that's not the case, right? Anyway, I know that the favorite Celestial Bodies reviews have been kind of sporadic on this channel over the past couple years, but I'm finally getting around to doing one that I've been actually meaning to do for a long time. So, with all that said, let's get into favorite Celestial Bodies review number 42, The Sun. I first encountered the sun pretty late, relatively speaking. Most people are about 24 to 36 hours old when they first see it, but it took a little bit longer for me. I'd been in the hospital with jaundice for a while, no windows in the infant ward, all that sort of thing. And I must admit that when I first saw the sun, I didn't really know what to make of it. You know, I hadn't been using my eyes for very long, I hadn't really developed the ability to comprehend stuff yet, all that sort of thing. But as I grew up, I got used to the sun, and I started spending as much of my time outside as I could. I just became a really big fan of the sun in my younger years. I loved it, I couldn't get enough of it. It even featured in some of my earliest fan art. But as I got older, I started to see the sun less and less, and I must admit that I began to sour on it a little bit. Like, you know how we all learned in school that the Earth revolves around the sun? You know, to me that always seemed a little bit arrogant of the sun, especially because we all know the Earth actually revolves around Cool Ranch Doritos. During my college years, I didn't really see the sun all that often because I was very much a night owl. You know, I stayed up till 3 in the morning, slept until noon, hung out with a naked blue guy, all that sort of thing. So when I decided to reacquaint myself with the sun, I wasn't really sure what to expect. But I was rather pleasantly surprised. I found myself really enjoying my time with the sun. A lot more place of businesses were open, my vitamin D count went way up, and in general, the sun did not disappoint me. I will say that there is one aspect of the sun that I still have difficulty getting past, and that is the UV radiation. UV radiation is basically this stuff that emanates from the sun, and overexposure to these UV rays can cause some pretty painful burns. Some people don't seem to have much of a problem with it, but I have a problem with it. I get sunburned very easily, and it irritates me a little bit that anytime I want to see the sun for more than about 15 minutes, I basically have to completely slather myself in sunblock lotion. Now, to be fair, that's more of a problem with our atmosphere than the sun itself, but it is still a problem, and because of it, I just can't enjoy the sun as much as I would like to. But in general, the sun's positives far outweigh its negatives, and on the worth meter, I would give it a worth devoting a pre-biblical deity to. It does a lot of great things for us, it is still on the favorites list, and please join me next time when I will be talking about the red planet, more commonly known as Mars. See ya.